See if that's going to pick everything up. And we'll see how we go. But g'day everyone, nice to see you here. Yos, welcome in buddy. Scott, hello, nice to see you. Gamer K, welcome along. Empty Pockets is here. Chris, welcome. Garrett, good to see you. Tam, nice to see you, mate. Remember to smash that like and subscribe. Absolutely do. Right, it's going. Now, set to private at the moment, so let's see if we can make that public. See what happens. Save that. Let's see if the viewers all roll in or not. It'll be interesting. This could be a bit of a laugh. I've even got my phone set up down here to make sure I can check that it's all working. Let's see. Anyone wants to jump on and have a look and tell me that they can see me live vertically, that'd be cool. But yeah, see how it all works out. Right. Make sure we've got everything back where it's meant to be. It looks good. Right, bit of game audio is a good start too. Where do we get to? Eric, good to see you, mate. Welcome along. Daniel, hello. Pleasure to see you here, mate. Mark, welcome, buddy. Good to see you. Aussie Dan, good evening. Huge shout out to Aussie Dan and Hyper, and a few others who've been slamming the Pelagny server. Great to see you guys on there. I love seeing people playing on the servers. So, like I said, awesome to have you on there. Awesome to see you. I'm seeing some concurrent viewers on the vertical, so I'm guessing all systems are go. Someone's even liked it. It's telling me there's no live chat available for it though, so interesting. Maybe I've got chat turned off. It's a setting. I know there's a setting for having live chat. Let's have a look at that. I'm sure once I get used to it all, it'll work. Comments. Comment moderation on. Comments and ratings. What about live? Sort by top. Customization, live reactions. Who can send messages? Anyone? Live chat? No, no, it's all on there. Okay. Oh, well, it might just be that I have to reload the little tab. There we go. Now I can see it. Awesome. HPTS Farming's in there. Chris, Mark, thank you, chaps. Appreciate you tuning in and having a look down there. And I don't want to cut that in there. Sorry. This is the downside, and I think others have found this out. It's not quite as easy as just pressing go live. But for the short little pain right at the start, we'll handle it. Let's have a look. Check out the format stream here. There we go. Excellent. Right, systems working. Let's see if it pays off in any way, shape, or form. Thank you everyone. I went past 18,000 subs late last week, or over the weekend, which is a pretty cool little milestone. I was pretty proud of that. Pretty excited to get to that. So thank you everyone. Thanks for your support. Really appreciate it all. It's a pleasure to have you guys here and along for the ride. So long may it continue. Long may it continue. Right. So where are we? Right. Good to go. I need another monitor. Isn't it wrong? But another monitor would be kind of nice. But we'll make do with what we've got. Or maybe I need to twist that one around. I'm going to do a setup tour soon, actually. We've had a change around in here. I think I said the other day, Mrs. Argsy's now got a computer setup desk down there for her laptop and work. So she's working in the kind of the same little nook that I'm in. Obviously not at the same time as me, but she's here sometimes. So I thought because I've tidied up my workstation, I've got rid of a whole lot of clutter and things like that. I should do something with it and do a little bit of a tour. So keep an eye out for that sometime soon. Right, after all this chat, I'm missing all the chat. Where did we get to? Gave Aussie Dan a big shout out. Talked to Eric. Hello Tam. Said hello to you. How long am I streaming for, Lucas? A couple of hours, mate. See how it goes. See how it ticks along. G'day Grant. How you doing? Pleasure to see you. Craig. Good evening. Ryan, welcome along, mate. Good to see you. Connor, should try FS23 mobile. I've played it a couple of times, Connor. I did put it on stream once, but it was kind of like I was farming and streaming at the same time. So that's about as much as I've done of FS23. Got it running on the phone, Mark. Thank you. Hey, Mrs. Prof. How you doing? Good to see you. That stream looks good. Thank you, Scott. So I need to remember, like, if I'm looking at something, to keep it in the middle of the screen so people can see it. But where are we up to? So we've got this has got 30,000 litres of oats in it, and the truck's got 37. So that's not quite full, I don't think. So we're kind of at the stage I don't think the auger wagon, I think we emptied that out. We're kind of at the stage I need to figure out what I'm going to do with those oats. But I want to go and get this field baled and try and get things converted, get this field ticked over. In terms of, well, the weather's crap. The weather's average. That's the one thing with this map. It's not set up to be the correct way around for north and southern hemisphere. So we're in December and it's snow and things forecast. So we'll make do with that. But I was looking here at the oats, and I've got the unit convert mod in, so I can actually tab through and change it between metric tons, dollars per litre, and dollars per kg. I found the metric ton was kind of a good one to look at. So we're actually, peak price is 1286. I've got it set to pounds. Currently we can get 1200. So we're not actually far away from peak price. So we'll be able to pretty much sell that straight away, because I can't actually get an auger. Well, I can get an auger. The cheap augers won't go up into those silos. I'd have to get a bit more an expensive one. So we might just sit on that for now. So let's jump up in the beast. Get this up and running, and we're going to carry on with getting some straw baled. Just have a bit of a chat while we're doing it. You've been having good fun, Aussie Dan. That's awesome. Pleased to hear that, mate. That's the main thing. The servers are there for everyone to enjoy and have fun on. So long may it continue. And of course, if anyone's interested in joining, we've got 3 servers up and running at the moment. The Polygyny, which is now PC only. Absolutely no interest from console players, which doesn't surprise me, because we are purely mainly PC content, so lots of PC people around. But it would have been nice to have that. And so we've got Polygyny, which is the 2x map. The Yukon River Valley, which is proving to be hugely popular. Always someone on that map, and there is a lot of mining going on, to put it mildly. There is ground getting dug up all over the place using Terrafarm. Get some mining done, get some gold made. So that's pretty cool. We need to get in and have a bit of a play on there at a stream at some stage. So what I was thinking, this weekend we might do a bit of a multiplayer stream. I might even try, it's a long weekend for us, so I might even try and go a little bit longer with the multiplayer. Maybe jump on 2 servers. Maybe do it. I don't know. We'll see how we go. See if Mrs. Argsy's down for that too. I don't want to get in the way of any family time on Sunday, but we'll see what happens. Thank you guys. Yes, it's a cool little milestone getting to 18k. Hey Enigma, how you doing? Nice to see you. Self comfy. Got your coffee and ready to watch, Thomas. Nice one. Aussie map and not Aussie dollar dues. Nah, so that's my mistake. We'll fix that for you, Ryan. Fix that right now. I thought I'd changed it in the there we go. Kilometers too. I thought I'd changed it in FSG, the mod assistant, because you can set the units in there, but it doesn't seem to be saving it for some reason. Might have to have another look at that at some stage. How's the turning circle on the beast? Nice to see us. Yeah, it is a bit rough, isn't it? It's a little bit restricted. I suppose if you turned any tighter, your wheels are going to be banging on that. So yeah, it is nice to use something a bit different. I have been bemoaning this tractor a little bit, but I'm coming to grow to it. Part of the challenge I had when we set out and started this map was for the first calendar year, I couldn't use anything that was over 300 horsepower. And next year I'm limited to 400 horsepower. So each kind of year I'm in the map, I'm going to go up a horsepower, 100 horsepower, and see how it all goes. So there we go. Add another. Ooh. So what's that? Is that gone past 10 million Yos? Because surely you're already well over 1 million and you won't have got to 100 million. So I'm guessing another digit's 10 million. That's very cool. Awesome. Hiding in here to skip a work meeting that you supposedly couldn't make. Happy to help, Strody. Happy to help. 20k subs before you know it. I hope so. That'd be cool. That'd be a nice little milestone to reach. So, welcome along if you're joining in on the vertical side of the world. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream. Make sure you jump onto the main stream. A lot more to see that there, but there we go. Stephen, how you doing, Stephen? Sorry that Manchester United spoilt your party, but we had to win something this year, didn't we? Teddy Brown, g'day, mate. Quite an interesting Bale setup. Yeah, it's a little bit different, isn't it? But it's a bit of fun. So if you are on either side of the world, actually, the side of the streams, the vertical or the horizontal wide format, whatever you want to call it, make sure you drop a like on the stream and check that sub button if you're not already subscribed. Click that, and appreciate you being part of the channel. Nice to have you here. Hey Chair, how you doing? Tuning in on both sides, thank you. So you are looking at both streams. Nice to see you. Visited a farm over the weekend, could be a new job. 7,500 hectare cropping farm. Nice, Ryan. That's impressive. Oh, we need some diesel too. Flashing. Right, we better remember to do that when we get around to the other end of the field. I'm going to say I'm kind of grateful, the old disco train, kind of grateful the bales are a little bit more spread out with this, because we could be here for a long time baling these otherwise, or picking them up. Can't win it every year. You can play Farming Simulator on a PS4 Slim, Nicole, it is available on that. G'day Foggy, how you doing? Is that downloads, Joss? Yes, it will be, Scott. So 10 million downloads for all his different mods, which is pretty awesome. Epic, really. Change of gear. We can go faster. I had it defaulted to a slower gear. Here we go, that's better too. Makes a difference, doesn't it? Alright, let's keep trucking. Okay, Brian, how you doing? Mr. Shear says, good evening to all. Good evening to you, sir. Nice to have both your companies. Vertical's like 2 seconds behind the wide. There'll be a little, slightly different latency on the two of them. So, if you want to see the action first, watch it on the wide. Connor. Look at that, Garrick. Welcome to the team, mate. Thank you very much for becoming a channel member. Very, very much appreciated. Nice to have you in that. Even you get that doubly acknowledged because it pops up on the chat on both streams. It's awesome. Thank you, mate. Right. Someone parked a auger wagon in the way. Get that moved out of the way. What I want to do, I almost want to change tractors, because what I might consider doing once, oh no, because we need to load up. I can't even use courseplay with this because it's not Windroad. I didn't courseplay with the combine, so that's right, we'll carry on. We'll carry on. All good, Eric. Have a good one, mate. A good one. Second stream, you're confused. So I'm streaming to two different, well, I'm streaming twice on YouTube at the moment, Tam. So there's a vertical, and which is targeting people who watch shorts and things like that. So if you've ever scrolled through shorts and you flick across, you'll come across, instead of just pre-recorded content, you'll come across a live stream. Just wondering what kind of equipment is common for baling in Australia. So would, I am actually a Kiwi, I'm in New Zealand, so I couldn't tell you a huge amount about Australia. I imagine it's very similar, but in New Zealand, a lot of our baling is round bales nowadays. A lot of silage made in bales, so haylage, baleage, whatever you want to call it. Just trying to think what some of the most common ones I see around are. In terms of baler types, but lots of wrapping baler wrappers, integrated wrappers, that kind of thing. Don't see too many squares. There's still a few people do the smaller square bales, particularly for the hobby farmers and the equestrian horse lovers like their little bales because it's easier for them to handle. But most of it's sort of larger stuff done for the dairy farms and cattle farmers and things like that. What else is there? Those are the main things. But otherwise, it's very similar to what I've seen being done in the UK. Not sure exactly where you are, mate, but yeah, just having watched some of the UK YouTubers and seen some of the stuff there, it's very similar. And a lot of pretty much every second, if not every single forage harvest you see over here for silage is a class Jaguar. Few crones starting to appear around. The odd New Holland and the occasional John Deere, but definitely a big chunk of class equipment. What tractor is this? This is the Case Traction King. One of our neighbours, not far down the road, has one of these. I saw it in their yard the other day. Never knew it, but I was like, hey, I know what that tractor is. Who would have thought? It is a mod, Stephen. It's on Mod Hub. This one. In fact, both of these are on Mod Hub. Bale and the tractor. Crone HD balers are pretty big. Every Aussie farm has a fast track. Pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see how it works out, Tim. Combi baler John Deere C4518. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Contractor doing your corn silage as the Jaguar. Yeah, that's pretty much all I see. You know how much everyone loves the fast track. I was up in the Taranaki a couple of weeks ago for school camp, and there was we went past the JCB dealer, and that's the most fast tracks I've seen in one place in New Zealand. There was 3 or 4 of them in there. I don't see too many around anymore. Quite a bit of straw in here. I mean, I've got to submit, we got through harvesting this pretty quick, didn't we? We're running twice as fast as the combine, so able to get baled twice as fast. Yes, thank you, Greg. I do need some fuel. We'll remember that when we get around this time. Thank you. I forgot the first time around. I'll remember it this time. You live in Norway, so you're pretty similar. Lots of class combi balers here, as well as Crone, John Deere, and Orkel. I'm familiar with Orkel thanks to our friend Ola Holder, creator of the Renaboo map. Small world. Amazing what you can learn through a shared passion for a game, isn't it? About different agricultural practices and things like that. Alright. Get to the end of this little pass, and then the diesel's right there. Hopefully we've got some in the tank. Take it off, lift it up, spin it around, and see if we can get topped up. Right about there. Now, you have to hop in and hop out because some of you know the right trigger. Get some front. Some of you know this tractor. My controls don't seem to play ball with refilling. No, not going to work either. We actually, oh, it's empty. That'll be a plain why. Sure. 2,000 litres. Here we go. That's filling. That's filling. Much better. Thank you for the reminder, Greg. Much appreciated. Right. Back to work. Just popped in to say hi to you all. Good day. Evening. Cheers, Ben. Good to see you, mate. Just done 52 bales of hay for the sheep. Nice. You know what my sheep are they all congregating and hanging out in the middle of the... Look at them. They've all got to the middle of the field. Honestly. Craziest sheep ever. Need to try and figure that out. I need to... Still haven't disturbed about that one. What's the mod called to display the yield monitor? As in like the acres and that? Or do you mean like the yield like this one, which is precision farming? Where I can go through and see the the yield, or do you want the one that shows down in the bottom right corner what the yields were? So that is vehicle HUD extension. It's by yeah, vehicle HUD extension, that one there. By Thunder, same as unit convert mod and state controller as well. I haven't used state controller, but I've got it installed. Tons per hectare. So there's two. The ton, yeah, you'd be looking at the vehicle HUD extension. I think it'll be the one you need. You're asking for. Love the light at this time of night, actually. I decided to deliberately chose not to skip forward a day because I thought it was pretty cool looking through there and seeing the setting sun. Do you see many Massey Fergusons around? There's a few around. Finished harvesting oats, baled the straw, close to 100, if not just over 100 bales on field 28. Oh, for the straw, that's impressive. Nice work. Thank you for finishing that off. I'll have to come up with a, I'll have to jump back in, and I've still got my video to finish off, so be able to talk about the magic fairies that came in and did that for me. Very handy. You got one in IRL, Stephen. Nice. The new case and New Holland balers are made by Orkle as well. Could be wrong though. Interesting. Interesting. Alexander, hello. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Welcome for joining. Thanks everyone who's tuning in on the vertical side of the world. Appreciated. And of course, everyone who's tuning in on the regular stream. It's a pleasure to have you here as always. Let's look forward to my Wednesday nights being able to jump in there. You know, I'm slowly sipping on a lemon and honey drink, but I do have a whiskey sitting there, so I'll get this down me and then we'll jump into the whiskey. I'll sometimes mix my my whiskey into my lemon honey. Start collecting solage later on this afternoon. Nice, thanks buddy. Hey, Farmer Sim, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you're all good, buddy. Hope you're all good. Loved your work on the Deutschland map tour. Man, you knocked that out of the park with your intro and everything. It was awesome. Growing any corn yet? Not yet, Jason. People still harvesting corn in northeast Victoria, Australia. Yeah, there's still corn around us being harvested. Grain corn for, I think a lot of it they grow for stock feed, pig food, I think. Wish you could have a whiskey but might get a look from the wife. Eh, only if she sees you, isn't it? Only a problem if she sees you. Alexander, if you've got a question, ask away. We'll see if we can answer it. Hi, Alio. No need to write hi lots. I can see you there. Mostly stock feed over there too. Makes sense. Apart from the fact that Australia is infinitely bigger than New Zealand, I think we're probably very similar in farming practices. In general, a few things we can't grow because of our climate. Think about putting in the second bale storage just to keep it separate from the grass silage. Oh yeah, yeah, either or. Right, wherever you like. It's wrapped, so I don't mind it being stored outside from a roleplay point of view. Farmer I share for has 7,500 tons in bags at the moment of corn. Wow. Is that for sheep? Does he use it for sheep? Does he have other cattle? Hey, Steel Horse, how you doing? See you, mate. Don't drink and drive. Very sound advice, Chair. Very sound advice. You're in Northeast Victoria, harvesting cotton, but you did your corn for silage, though, didn't you, Ryan? As opposed to letting it dry off and harvesting for grain. Alexander, you've got a low-end PC GPU, is 4 gigabytes and processor is not bad. AMD SL 800 or above. I don't know how it is called, but I only have 4 GB of RAM. I run the game on like 20 to 30 frames. Will upgrading the RAM help? Probably above my pay scale on that, whether that would help or not. It would be the cheapest upgrade you could make, and you might see some benefits to it. But you're always at that end, that level of quality of PC, or you know, you're probably always going to be limited to 20 or 30 frames per second. It's going to be hard to get it too much higher than that. And bear in mind, it can be hugely affected by the number of mods you run, or the size of the map, or how well the mods and maps are made. So that can have a huge bearing on the quality, as well as your graphic settings too. All over to take your swig. How are you, Nismo? Good to see you, mate. Produces it for stock feed, but he crops about 6,500. Double crops, eh? So, okay, so he's got it stored for to use it for stock feed. Makes sense. I upgraded the RAM on my computer, Alexander. I went from a little bit more excessive than that, 16 to 32, and saw some benefits. I probably got more benefit with other RAM intensive things like video editing and that kind of thing than I did from the game. There we go. Alright, we're making some progress. Your RAM is always at 90% usage even when your computer is idle. Ooh. And it's definitely making use of it. You might see some benefit just on how your operating system runs, you know, if you're gonna look at doing something like that. Hey Chris, how you doing? Nearly forgot again. Get that notification bell turned on. Never miss a live stream. RL Rocket, what's up, mate? Good to see you. CPU usage that is idle, then something is running in the background eating it all up. Fair point. Yeah, some RAM leak somewhere. DDR3 1600. I don't really mind which way I go, Garrick, to be honest. I always know if I'm using a disc arrow or something like that to turn left, the way the discs are set, but yeah, I don't know why I went right there. I always go right around the fields probably because with the combine your auger's on the left hand side, so going around right way, turning right and going clockwise is keeps the auger on the outside. That's hop on the game yourself. Nice rocket. Oh, missing straw. Try and go for a funky perspective, and I'm actually missing some on the pickup. Actually, it's a dark tint. Can't actually see out the window very well with that, can you? Pretty Spartan interior in here, not much to it. whole, there's warning, look at the warning stickers in here. 3 on the dash, 1 down there, 3 up there. Any more anywhere? Right. I think I've ever seen so many warning stickers. Roadwork you go left, just your preference, fair enough. You haven't really paid attention to whether I always go one way or the other. It's an interesting question. I'm going to have to give that some more thought next time. Let my mind think. SSS Frankie. This is Aussie Nomads by the Aussie Modding Corp. This is a link in the description. I don't know if you can see the description on vertical format, but if you go to the pinned message and jump on over to the wide format stream, there's a pinned link where you can find the map in there. Ali Alice, do I see you so I can see you? Gecko. I Skibbity Sigma. No. It's a reference I'm not up with. I know you young bucks. Buckesses. Something they were talking about when I was on my son's school camp. Dropped a sub. Thanks, Rocket. Much appreciated. It is a Heston Baler. It certainly is. It's even a Heston branded one. Ah, I didn't want to go down that pass. So what tractor is this? This is the Case Traction King. Case Traction King. And it is on the mod hub. You can find it in there. We'll just bowl bales out of the way if they get in the way. Doesn't even bother. Muscle memory kicks in when you turn the same each time, makes things easier. True. True, true. Years of riding bikes, everyone gets a preferred direction. Love the graphics on this one, top notch. Earned yourself a sub. Thanks, Frankie. Much appreciated. So it's a mod. It is indeed. It's a, and yeah, like I said, it's on Mod Hub. Pretty sure it's even a cross-platform, so if you're on console, you can play with it too. No worries. Happy to help. So we're losing the sun, but not just yet. I was hoping we were going to make it the whole way through without losing the sun, so let's cross we can. Take that bit there. The question is, how many straw bales are we going to end up with? And are they going to be worth anything or not? Time will tell. James. James, how are you, mate? You're all good, my friend. How's the weather up your way? You getting battered? So Auckland was complaining again about it being cold and wet. Nellius, hi from South Africa. Well, kia ora from New Zealand. Nice to see you. Wise Fox, hello. Just playing that game and never figure what to do with wheat. Like, are we supposed to sell it? Yep. You can sell it. You can buy, some maps have productions on them, so you can buy the production and convert it into flour. So if you were to put something like, flour mill, the grain mill, place a grain mill, and you can convert the wheat into flour, and then you can place a bakery, and you can convert the flour into bread and things like that. Or you can just straight sell it and reinvest the money. This field here that I'm harvesting, the baling at the moment, this was a oats field. What mods do I use for better realism? That's a really good question. Realism mods. I like Dusty Lands. Dusty Lands is a good one for realism. The real dirt color. It's always a good one. We've used heaps. I'm just trying to think. It's like mods like Combine Experience, which you can limit the power in your combines. I like the Binance Steering GPS VCA mods for using where you can set those up and manage proceeds. Another awesome one, being able to do tramlines and things like that in your crops. What a few. What a few when you get down to it. Have you got any favourite ones you like using, Frankie? Got the dog inside even. Must be bad. Playing on Court Farms at the moment, yeah, nice. Drop by for a few minutes before bed and give the stream a like. Have a good stream and see everyone next time. Same to you, Mrs. Professor. Good to see you. We, you know what we should do? I wonder if I can do it. We should do a community stream and through Discord maybe. For anyone who's interested in the Starship launch, we should watch it together. I might jump into Discord. We'll see. Depends when it is and what time in the morning it might be for me. If it's the same time it's always been, it's going to be like 2 o'clock in the morning for me. I probably won't feel too much like chatting, but let's see. Anyhow, good to see you. Cake is your favourite thing to make in 22. Who doesn't like cake? Exactly. Exactly. Yep. And here. Right. Getting through it. Almost. Yeah, let's turn the lights on. Some work night. She re-downloaded and figured it out because I'm a real farmer. I have no clue on what I'm doing. Just download to have fun and a nice cold beer. It's an awesome game, Lucio, to have with a nice cold beer. Or, in my case, I'm having a whiskey tonight. But it's a really relaxing game. Like, I've played lots of first-person shooters games and still do. Play a lot of those with friends, and that can get your heart rate pumping, but this one's just chill. It's just easy to relax to. Not much can get you wound up. You like doing quarry work on the Elk Mountain, Wyoming map. That is an awesome map to do. Have you seen? Did you see CJ Elk Mountain Modding or Wilderness Studio has released an update to the map recently, just on the weekend? If you haven't seen that, it's on his YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel is Wilderness Studio, from memory. Just didn't know where to sell. Wait, so if you're trying to figure out where to sell stuff for this year, go into, you probably can't see all of this, but if you go into sell menu, which shows you all the prices for things, you go over on this side and find something, and then when you click on it, you can tag place. Can't show you this because my screen's not showing it, but down the bottom you can go tag place and it'll put a marker. I'll be able to show you this somewhere. Is the sun going to make it too hard to see? There's tab this way. See that marker? Let's put that marker on where you can sell it, so you can find out very easily on your map where to go. So again, just go into your commodity prices menu, which is one of the menu tabs. Click on which one you want to go to, and down the bottom there's an option to tag it. So it's an easy way to figure out where you can sell things. Supposed to be the same time. That'll be the case. Made more coffee, Yoss. Good job. Good job. Hey, Klaus. Hello to you. Welcome along. So have you tuning in again? Really use. Yeah, I haven't used them too much either, Strody. One of those things, eh? Use it or not. FPSs are too fast for you nowadays. Too fast for me too, but I can hold my own sometimes. Not sure how, but your wife and son just tested positive for COVID. Took a test for Google thinking I'd have it too because I've been off work or sick. Negative as. Yeah, so last week my boy and I were really crook after school camp, and I thought I was going to have it and didn't. We tested him twice. He didn't have it. Yet others who were on camp did get it. So seems to be no rhyme nor reason Who gets it when? One of those things, I guess. But there's quite a few people who've got it. Love farming. Shit, so do I, shit. LJ Adventure. Sup, man, you here? Where you from? You kind of sound like a Kiwi. Kiwi as, bro. Kiwi as. 100% born, bred, still living here. Love it. Lucio, you found it across to this. Found it across to the main format stream and you could see what I was showing you. Awesome. Nice to have you here, LJ. Are you Kiwi as well? Ooh. Kiwi is crashing into the tree. Want a chip, bro? You know I can't get your ghost chips. It's a drink driving ad. It's quite a good one too. Nathaniel, how you doing? Good to see you. Wheat and grass is sold at the animal place. Is on this map. Map doesn't actually have many sell points. Down south though. Nice, LJ. I'm in the Manawa too. Just out of Palmerston North. Sure those tests are rigged. The one time I had COVID I didn't test positive until 2 days after I felt better. Spent a week in the sick bay on the ship playing. That's right, I remember you telling me that. Yeah. It's quite a bit of it going around though. I've known a lot of people who've had it again lately. Don't let damage the moneymaker. No, definitely won't do that. Farm sim is a great way to relax, yeah. It's something that'll be cool in 20X. I'm going to call it 20X because who knows when the next game's going to come out. But more potential to damage equipment. Like if you actually drove into a tree, it actually did damage and you might have to repair something. Sorry Frank, you said you tried the combine experience and haven't figured out how to combine thresh anyway to figure it out. Yeah. The main thing with that is you've got to turn on the combine and the header separately. And then depending on what your settings are, you can adjust your settings in the mod. And you can change whether it's more of an arcade setting, so you can sort of harvest at higher power, or whether you... There's a few other things about like not harvesting if it's too moist or anything like that. It's quite clever. Could say Farm Sim does quite relax you sometimes. When I first started, all I did was drive around the map. There's some pretty cool scenery in some of the maps too. Could get lost in them. What if you drive into a creek? Well, we all know what happens when you drive into a creek, right? I find hockey's a great way to relax as well. It's all really good to let your anger out. Yep. Always nice to have something to hit, isn't there? I was going to say, as he's in down south in New Zealand, I would have said field hockey, but we do have ice hockey in New Zealand, don't we? Ice hockey isn't real hockey in Europe, and fair enough. Get a big server farm and it can almost become a second job if you let it. Ain't that the truth? Become a streamer and content creator and it becomes a second job too. Hey Ryan, how you doing? We want geese, turkeys, and alpacas in the next game. Interesting choices. I'd love to see some deer. I'd love to see more variety in the cattle as well. Texas Longhorns or Highland cattle or something like that. Pretty cool. Trunk pushes you further into that creek. The only thing that was keeping me out of it was me. And then I stopped trying to drive out of it. And as soon as I did that, it was game over. Kangaroos. I'd love to see Giants have a go at making a Aussie or New Zealand map. That'll be the next speculation, right? Where are their maps going to be? They're going to be... New game, new maps. Where will they be based on? Herefordshire cows. Absolutely. New Zealand map would be sick. Have you seen the Southern Pastures map, LJ? Got that running on a server at the moment, and it's pretty cool. Right, we are just about through. Germany and USA. Was France and USA last time? I'll probably do Germany because they haven't done a German map for a while. And Eastern Europe and France, Eastern Europe, Switzerland. I get too dizzy, sorry. Gonna go straight this time. Picked up all I can. Rumor I heard was that somewhere in Asia might feature so they can introduce rice. That was a suggestion, wasn't it? Oh, I thought I was going to get that treat. Garrick, you've made me go left now. A left turner. Haven't had much to do with farm sim. Ah, fair enough. Yes, there's a Kiwi modder, Smith97 Gaming, who's modded a Australian map called Southern Cross Station. He modded that map and converted it into a Kiwi map called Southern Pasture. Pretty cool. Pretty authentic Kiwi style map, must admit. Sri Lanka and you can grow team. Yeah, we were talking rice a few weeks ago. Talking about rice because there's Aussie, I think, growing rice. G'day Ben, how you doing? See ya. Like to have a rice map based on Asian paddy fields and the steep hillsides with some small equipment, especially. Yeah, absolutely. Some pretty cool little rice combines, rice harvesters. I think Kubota make one actually. Looked at that before, but that would be pretty cool. I'd love to see more ability to do things manually. I don't know how, but I don't know. Just like to see them announce that there's going to be a new game. We can stop talking about it and actually find out what's going to be in it. You're doing great. I hope you're good as well. I am good, thank you, Ben. I am good. Just about through my lemon honey drink so I can get into the harder stuff. We're just about through this field. It's taken longer than I thought, actually. I have to skip forward to be able to load it all up. Southland map with steep hills and real muddy ground like it can be in real life. There's a guy a couple of years ago got in touch with me. He worked on a farm, or knew the farm, or he had a connection to a farm between Mossburn and Queenstown in one of the valleys. And he sent me through, like, he's like, this is making an awesome 4X map, and showing this dairy farm, and it was like a big dairy farm, but they also did some arable land cropping and things like that too. I think they had quite a decent silo setup. It's pretty cool. Fox new 4X map. And say I have Aussie Dan. Is that he was going to make Aussie farms and convert that into a 4x map? Is that what you're talking about? It was the last message I had with him. He was kind of expanding Aussie farms. Auntie harvesters people usually. That's it. Australian Farms 22, yeah. He hasn't released anything with it though, has he? He's still working on it. Russian map with the only vehicle available is a trusty Lada. Rice has a hull. You use them for calf shed bedding now. Interesting. There is actually, so there is a few hand mods out there, which actually King Mods did a recent video. Was it yesterday or the day before? King Mods of some different, you know, hand inverted commas manual harvesting things. All it does is show some animated people, so it's still relying on you driving a vehicle, but it was kind of cool. Only on his Patreon, hoping to release the next couple of weeks. Ah, right. Next I drop him a line then, by the sounds of things. He needs an Argsy map tour, does he? Alright, what have we got? 2 more passes? Yeah, an up and a down and we're done. Almost done. It's a little bit up there. Alright, perfect. You're thinking about new features in 25. I'd like to see damage to vehicles, implements and structures if you drive into them. We were talking about that just before you joined, Bent, because I bumped into a tree. I was like, wouldn't it be cool if you took damage that caused damage that you had to repair? Spent more time on sheep farms myself, done a bit of mowing on some hills, nothing too steep while I was driving though, made my uncle do most of the real steep stuff. It can be a bit daunting being on the side of a hill on a tractor, can't it? Taking a break from farm sim. A lot of people are doing that, Ryan, by the sounds of things. Follow you for console. Yeah. Oh, no need to apologise, Ben. It's just I found it interesting and fascinating that something we'd talked about, you come in and said it'd be a great feature. It's kind of like reinforces it's something people would like to see. You know, completely unprompted, you suggested something we'd been talking about. That's pretty cool. Some way of charging the AI traffic for damage, though. I'm hoping, now this is my biggest hope, is that the AI traffic I've got in FS23 will be in the new game. AI traffic that can actually overtake. I thought that was pretty cool in FS23, the mobile version. If you haven't seen it, traffic will go past you. Right, we're moving on, team. We've got this is the Abalor. My personal favourite. It's a 12-year-old single cask, just sherry cask whiskey. It's very, very nice. Smooth, very smooth. Cheers, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you all. You just have no luck with your PC, do you, Scott? Goodness. Happy days. That little bit there. Not that I need the extra, but let's see if we can get one more bale out of this. Well, I'm saying that, what have we got? Oh, sorghum, and we've got rye in that field, so we'll be able to bale the rye straw. Sure, the rye will drop straw. So here we go. No, we're not going to get anywhere near enough for another bale out of that. Cool. Yeah. Too far away. That's right. That quits. Right. Lift that up, fold. Now, check that one out the back. Fold that all up. Spewing about it. I can imagine, Scott. I can imagine. Right. It's locked away in here. Tire in the way. Now, have we got any better prices with our oats? Still going up. We can't sell at the port because even though the port's listed, there's not actually a sell point down there. So the only one there is a sell point for is the agricultural fair. So I have to wait and sell there, I suppose. Have you grown up on farms or something, or do you work on one? I grew up on a farm, LJ. I'm an architect now. I have my own business. bit of a hobby. But I grew up on a farm. We still live on the farm pretty much. We subdivided a couple of acres off a few years ago and built our own house. We're sort of right there. Still get out and about on it a little bit, but nowhere near as much as I'd like to. Try and find more opportunities to get out and do something. Still have a very active interest in it all. Right, keep that back up there. Drop that off. Carrying going. James, you legend, mate. Thank you. 5 gifted memberships there. Coming into the channel. Who have we got? Scott, Mark, Steelhorse, David, and Gert picking up those memberships. Thank you very much, my friend. Very much appreciated. Whoop. You do love an Abalor, but Edredor is better. Better AI in the next game, sure, I bet you. Is it Wednesday morning or night for you because it's 5 AM? It is, yeah, as LJ said, it's PM. So it is just going 10 PM here for us, Ron. Right. Right, what was I? Up the weight. That. Next job is the truck. And the trailer up. Where's my mouse? We finally got around to watching the second episode of Clarkson Farms tonight. Taking us a wee while to get there, but gosh, it's the one with the pigs. If you've seen it, I won't spoil anything, but gosh, Mrs. Argsy and I have not had a laugh like that in quite some time. It's hilarious. Haven't seen it? Go along, give it a check it out. It's it was funny. Right, there we go. Lastly, BeamNG crash physics and FSAI crashes into your tractor and their car is just a crumpled pile of scrap left all over the road. Hope you get your PC back tomorrow, otherwise we'll have to wait till after the weekend. Fingers crossed you do too. About time, hey, there's never any need for anyone to make a contribution, but it is always very much appreciated. What is everyone's favourite tractor brand? A very good question. A very divisive question too, LJ. But need to see it. Hey, Bacon's Forever. Finally see someone playing FS22 in 2024. There's plenty of people still playing it. You just got to look in all the right places. Still a very active community. It is only, you subbed. Thanks, Bacons. Much appreciated, mate. It is only, what are we, Wednesday? So it must only be 5 weeks until I head off to FarmCon. It is coming up incredibly fast. The big question is, I'll try to. I'll have to have my bags packed, but I'll try to do a live stream the night before I leave. That'd be pretty cool. Playing on any mods or fresh game without any mods. So this is, I've got a lot. This is a mod map, Bacons, and I don't think I've got anything that's base game in my inventory at the moment in my garage. Pretty much all modded. So the map is called Aussie No Man's. It was made by Aussie Modding Co-op. It's a 16x basically. 16x No Man's style map, but with an Australian feel to it, Australian vibe. Very well done. Little bit lacking in some of the refinement and detail you see on other maps, but quite a cool map to start off with. And build up your own farm. So we've purchased one plot of land I've limited myself to tractors, or any equipment has to be under 300 horsepower for the first year. So we've got lots of older, smaller stuff. And this was the first field we made and the first field we planted, and now it's the first field we've harvested. Got two more still to do. They're growing, but they're all a month apart. They were all made a month apart, so. Calls for a tractor brand poll. I don't think you can put enough choices in steel. Right. So I'd normally stack this truck 3 high, but the straps on it don't actually work 3 high, unfortunately. So now if I go Control F, right, it's no. I could put a high beam on. Maybe this tractor doesn't have a high beam. I'm enjoying their LFSM tractors at the moment. Yeah, there's some pretty good ones on there. I know FSG's been enjoying those on Moss Valley on tractor series. Depends on what you're doing with the tractor. Vent 1050. I'm hoping beyond hope that we see a 10. They have some 1050s at Vent. I would love nothing more than being able to sit up and have a. I don't need to drive one. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, but I'd love to be able to sit up in one. Just see one in flesh. Case and John Deere for you, Scott. Case for you, Aussie Dan. Jason, my off a farm. I am off a farm, Jason. My parents still run a farm. When I was young, we grew potatoes and a little bit of wheat. Those are the main things, and then beef cattle for the rest of the farm. Still do a lot of beef. Dad still has a few hundred head of beef a year, and now grows a lot of maize or corn for silage to support dairy farms, some of the local dairy farms. But what else have we done over years? Onions, yams, a lot of pumpkins or squash, buttercup squash, which was grown for the Japanese export market, so it was all exported to Japan. Called kombucha if you're Japanese. 18k subs, but only 20 per watching the stream. Very odd. Now 17. This is the very first time I have streamed on shorts using the vertical format. Bacons. I'm a wide format streamer and content creator. So there's literally, well, I've done a few shorts in my time. This is the very first time I've streamed through this platform. So. And it's been a bit up and down. Yeah. All my subs have come from the other side. Hey, you dazed? How on earth are you, mate? How's the prep for your presentation and research and all of that going? Have you had your I think last time we were talking, you were getting ready to meet with your ethics board or something. Has that all been through and approved and passed? Or are you still working through that? Good to see them, mate. You want to see that 1050 over there? Yeah. Should make it a prerequisite. 1050 or we riot. Had some okay fence at the Henty Field Days this year. Was the first time I was up there. So I missed, they had a 900 MT at the local field days here a few months ago, and I completely missed going and looking at that. It was about the time that Mrs. Argsy and the kids were starting to want ice cream and to leave, so unfortunately my time was up. But John Deere's your favourite share? Nice. How many acres do we have? Oh, goodness knows. I can't remember now. I think it's about 250 now. So, just gone through an estate settlement after my grandparents died. So, There's been some land transfers, but we've got a 300 or 400 acre dairy farm now, and 250 acre, well, I think it's about that left of beef and arable land, I suppose, which the maize is done on. The vast majority of the land is now tied up in the dairy farm. My wife's family have a dairy farm about an hour and a half's drive away from us, Wairarapa, Masterton, which again is a family dairy farm. My wife's she's the director of the company, co-director from her side of the family, and then there's another family member on the other side of the family, the director. Well, it's quite cool having the family connections with those. At least there's no milk quota on FS22, that's right. You've got about 2,300 merinos and 40 Angus cattle. We don't grow any cereal crops, only grow a few oats, mainly for silage. Hey, interesting. Nice. Just sent the poster in today for the conference. Ethics passed, and 4 of 10 participants already for the interview, so good progress, but now they want a progress panel. Always something else, isn't there? That's awesome though, mate. Congrats on getting to where you are. I know you've been putting in a ton of time. Purely on the fact that you haven't been on farms much at all the year round, so. But yeah, congrats, that's awesome. Right, those strapped down. Look at these custom straps. Courtesy of Tam, the old Argsy gaming logo on them. Very cool. Look at the other side where they're up the right way, but the sunlight's not on it. Right, early in the dark gaming. How you doing? Oh, how you doing? See you. Tuning in on the short side of things. Good to see you over there. Yeah, so there we go. Control F is the full beam. We're going to run this down to the sell point. In fact, you know what we could do? I set up an auto drive. Let's use some auto drive for this. We will send this down to there, where you can carry on some loading, or stacking at least, getting these into kind of a easier place to be able to load them rather than just driving the truck. What map is that? Looks like fun. NM0212. This is Aussie No Man's. It's a 16x 8 km by 8 km build your own map basically. So show you the map. You go, there's our farm. So we have the plot here, and that's how big the map is. There's a town down there, there's a river, port, and that is about it. Otherwise it's just a big vast expanse of wilderness that's there to build your own adventure on. So it's pretty cool. Quite enjoying it. EWD Games, how you doing? Pity, nice to see you. Do you reckon the poll should be Deer Class Fent Massey and Case? It's just too hard. Too hard to do a poll on that. I did have plans. I was going to do like a battle of the brands. You know how people do like the countdowns, and you have like a battle, so you get like start off with all the brands, and then you like head to head which one would win. You go through and do that. I was thinking about doing a daily post where I did the same thing, where it was, you know, today is John Deere versus, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something nondescript because it'd be the first one, McCormick, and figure out how things go. I did like the plague. Uptown to do the adult thing. Hey, it's Mr. Bovine. How are you, buddy? Long time no see either. How's things, my friend? Are you doing well? Hope all is good. Haven't had my, well, I mean, I haven't been streaming much on the weekends because of other things going on for me too, but I haven't had my, my friendly hellos to Floyd lately. Hope he's doing all good. Had a nice few days up in the Naki a wee while ago, although it was darn cold and wet for half of it. Made camp a little less enjoyable, but It was good all the same. The kids enjoyed it. That's the main thing. Little one got her dressing off yesterday and she's only a few days of antibiotics left. It's healing up really well. Awesome, mate. Pleased to hear that. Right, this is almost getting too dark to actually see where the bales are to find them to stack, let alone stack them. Get the truck back and then maybe skip some time forward and we'll go to the morning. Some better light. Here we go. There's the truck. No! Darn bales. When you try and do things too quickly. Oh, good to hear she's recovering though, Tam. Been a scary experience, stressful time, but right. Hey, Rox, you're tuning in on the short side of things too. Nice to see you. Been to hospital and back home now. I'm pleased you're home. Oh, hope all is good, mate. All is good. Right. Like that. Straighten that up so we can get those front ones off. Try and get this all done. If anything, she's got more energy now than she did before. Right. Now. So, oh wow, it'll do 3. Okay. Lesson learned. What are these going to make? What are they? 379 a bale. Okay. Too bad. Oh, being straw, I've only unloaded silage bales, so straw bales are lighter, aren't they? I was trying to avoid trying to take too many at once, but maybe I can do 4. Let's give it a shot. You got a McCormick currently getting his roof replaced. Well, that was a good one to pick then, wasn't it, Ryan? Oh. 4's too many. 1 too many. Gonna drop that one off the side. I'm pleased. Oh goodness, pleased to see you're back home, Paul. People only buy Messi when they cannot quite afford a Fent. I've enjoyed the Massies I've used on what map is it? The Oaks. It's been fun. I've been a good choice for that. So you first land Dini in real life, you see. You've seen one in person. Living the dream, you are. Work placement from school and at Deer, and I've been really enjoying getting to work on things. Nice. It's a good place to have work placement. Drove past the end of the road that the camp was on, a couple of sites out that way. Ah, yes. I saw there was quite a few trucks in that. Like, I know there must be a quarry up there, but I did know there was a couple of gas sites or oil sites or whatever they are out that way. Gas. Probably about when I needed a beer, mate. You should have picked me up. Can auto drive? Technically it could, but the bale triggers, the trigger for the bales is too high. Also, it doesn't actually pick them up. So I can't actually, that's why I've got the wheel loader here. I can't actually unload the bales off the back of the truck, unfortunately. Hey Finn, what are you doing? You're new here. We're selling some straw bales. We've just baled out of our field, so we're getting rid of those, making a bit of money. Not a bad bit of money, actually. I'd say I'm pretty impressed with that. So yeah, we've sold those, and now we are going to head back down to the farm. Lunch break over. Good to pop in again for a bit. Take care. Yeah, you too, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. It's nice to have your face around, or your name. Let's have a look. See here. Right. Let's go forward a bit of time. Let's go to the next day. We need to skip forward, not backwards. It's going to start snowing in Australia in December. Figure that one out. Sat chilling watching the stream with me till I went to make enough. Nice. I had to go on a Miller self-propelled sprayer on the weekend. It was good for interesting. Interesting. Might see the face when you're around for FarmCon, or yeah, I'm going to be in. I will be in Edinburgh for a few days. So yeah, definitely if there's a chance for you to pop down, I'd love to catch up with you. Trail through us. I've been playing Farm Sim 22 and it's fun, but everything is so confusing. A lot of people have said that. I know there's a lot of new players because it's been free on PlayStation Network and obviously Epic Games recently, but happy to try and help. There's some really good beginner guides out there. If you're on console, Mr. Sealy P, I shouldn't be, I should because he's the legend of the game, but yeah, happy to help out wherever I can. I've got a Discord server, !Discord. We'll get you a link to that, so if you want to jump in and chat there and ask for any help, always more than willing to help people out. We've got some multiplayer servers on there, PC multiplayer servers, if anyone wanted to jump in and join in. They need to fix seasons in Aussie. Yeah, I know. I need to change that. I know how to fix that. It's a simple line of code in the environment file. Change a latitude from a negative to a positive. Positive to a negative, sorry. We're in the southern hemisphere and we'd be all good to go. Sounds good. Hopefully we'll have some free time. Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. That'd be awesome. How's the weather? It's been pretty average today, Bo. We haven't had the wind that other areas have had, but weather in general has been pretty average. We were actually meant to be getting the second part of our driveway concreted today, but that got called off early this morning. Too wet for concrete. Did FC or DJ contact you within the past 7 days about the ride to Mark 2? But they did indeed. Yeah, FC got in touch with me, said it was a little bit later than it was going to be because of JBot. No, not JBot, because I've changed their flights and they're going somewhere else. Anyhow, yes, I have. Thank you. Thank you, PA. PA Yos. Just got the Discord notification that you're live. Turns out you went late at all I was. Hey, that Discord notification was there hours ago. Maybe it was another one. So, right, let's track. Away. Got to go to work early in the morning, so I'm off to bed. Good night. Cheers, Garrick. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Appreciate having you here. And thank you very much for joining the channel, becoming a member. Much appreciated. You do YouTube disabled links. You forgot. not for the creator, not for the channel owner. Right, I've decided it'll come down here because we're going to load these straight on rather than stacking them. See what is there? One more load or two more loads? The wrong way again. Watch this. I keep on going the wrong way. Actually off now. Toodles. Toodles. Yeah, I'm not. You don't want to go to the Royal Highland Show. I'm not going to be there for that. Would have been cool if I could have timed it in though. Already taking enough time off. I don't think Mrs. Argsy would have appreciated that. It's not so much the time off, it's the time away. Got to drive the Ranger 500 at school today. Had the fuel pump replaced the other day. It used to top out at 40, got it to do 60 plus. Nice. These things have to be tested, right? "16 degrees today. Share starting to warm up for you then, is it? Can't join the Discord server from your profile as something. The invite link is inactive. Can you join using the link in the chat? Can you see the link in the chat? Bacon? Otherwise, jump over on the wide format stream and the pinned comment, and you should be able to join from that one. Should be working. Oh, you can't. Okay. Funny, because I can see it from Nightbot. Anyhow. Definitely works on the other side. Try on the PC, that's a good idea. Hey, Chinook, how you doing, dude? I wondered if you were at work tonight. Jeez, you guys are getting hammered. Saw, what, there was 4 or 5 flights that took 4 hours from when they landed to being able to disembark because it was too unsafe for them to put the air bridges or stairs or anything out. I know some of the regional flights which you just disembark straight off the plane onto the tarmac. Like that. Pretty wild. Gusting 55 knots. If only I knew what that meant in kilometres. Good to see you though, mate. Pleased you're able to tune in and say hello. And the teacher's half blind. Can't tell how fast you're going. You had some hail, though. Yeah, you guys, I saw that you were meant to get a little bit of the average weather. The wind was... Taranaki was a bit of a wind warning, wasn't it? It was cold here today. Look at that. But I mean, we technically are only 3 or so weeks away from the shortest day, aren't we? So it's to be expected. Down there. Goodness, I was hoping, what are we up to? 10:24. I was hoping to be able to get this field planted tonight. We can, actually, we can direct seed with those seeders, can't we? We might be doing that. We don't need to direct seed it. Outdoors, am I using a steering wheel? I use this little beauty. That's the Thrustmaster eSwap XR Pro controller, and it has a little steering wheel on it. I do have steering wheels, I just don't have them set up. I don't really have the space in my desk set up at the moment to have them all the time. So, kind of on occasion, I'll pull them out and use them for something different. But most of the time, oh, that was close. Most of the time, I'm using the controller. Love it. Best controller I've ever used. I would say purchase, but I was fortunate enough to be given this by Thrustmaster. So, yeah, very cool controller. I am playing on controller. Certainly am. On PC with a controller. So I started off playing Farm. I'm a console gamer from forever ago. This is my first gaming PC. Is this PC? So everything is, controller-wise, is pretty much second nature to me. Gonna watch more often because of the controller. Controller's pretty cool. So I did a video on it last year showing you how it all works. There's a video on the channel on how it's set up and works and everything like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Brother-in-law had a cunning workaround to get through the airport faster when he came back from Aussie the other day. Customs wanted to open his bags. He told them he'd peed in his wetsuit and hadn't tried before he packed. Oh. Oh, so it's a biohazard. They wouldn't be able to touch it. Oh, that's hilarious. Did it work? Imagine if they'd called us bluff on it. Right, sir, we deal with biohazards all the time. We'll risk that. And they open it up and it's bone dry. Of course, plug for the old mate FSG if you're looking at buying a Thrustmaster controller or steering wheel or anything like that. And you're in the US or Europe, make sure you're purchasing through the Thrustmaster store. Use his affiliate link. Not that old mate needs any more perks, but we'll pump him up anyhow. Gotta be someone's salesman, don't I? It's about 105 kilometers an hour. Had worse wind wasn't as bad as they said. Yeah. Was it? Has it meant to have been and gone now, though? Not sure what time the warning was till. It's going to get worse. Or are you saying you've had worse wind after a spicy curry? I can imagine that. I don't want to imagine that, but you know what I mean. What do I do for a living? Jason, I am an architect, so I have my own practice. I have 3 staff plus myself, and we predominantly do residential projects. So new houses, alterations and additions, and multi-unit residential stuff. I live in a small city, at 100,000 population. So we're not multi-unit. When I say multi-unit, I'm not talking about, you know, massive apartment buildings. Some more duplex, townhouse type stuff. High density. No, it's actually medium density. Technical term for it. Right. The load done. Chasing cones and stairs all night and cargo cans. Good fun. Not underwater. I don't think it's been enough rain for that, just the wind. Not sure how much of the stories were true, but it's a good laugh. Funny. Oh, the video. Yes, you will share. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little bit of kit. So I know about the money glitch. Which money glitch is that, Ethan? I know about the money glitch where I can press F10 and type in how much money I want to add and just add money. That's a good one. But there's a few other ones. Aussie who plays Farming Simulator 22. Good graphics, thank you. It's a pretty cool little gig. Gonna complain. Right, that off again. Right. Right, where are we up to? Have I got everything stacked yet? No, we've got 4 more bales. So we get those stacked over there. Till the truck comes back, and then we might go and get the seeders ready. Pull out. G'day, Finnish Farmer. How are you? Pleasure to see you. How do I get that as a PC only? Yeah, so that's using easy dev commands. Easy development controls. You can also do it through the console commands if you know. When I say console, I mean the computer console where you can press a button and bring everything up in the corner. Not that you can see it on the shorts on the vertical, but just connect your PS4 controller, your PC. I'm amazed, not going to lie, that it works. Yeah, honestly, plug it in and it'll go. Xbox controllers are slightly better because being Microsoft, if you're wondering, Windows and Xbox are kind of designed to work together, but PlayStation 1 works just as well. So I've always used a PlayStation controller. I'm a PlayStation gamer, and yeah, before the Thrustmaster, that's what I was using. Right, let's leave that sitting there. Can I do your house? You pay me, I'll do your house, Nismo. Can't eat curry, you're allergic. Because it gives you too much wind bow. Mac should have the V8 sound to it. Not wrong. Mr. Souls, this seems relaxing. It is very relaxing. Very chill. You play on Xbox and on Mega, I can't get a Kenworth. Yep, I can't see that changing anytime soon. You should just be happy you're able to get Mac in FS22 because there's a big bugbear. A lot of people beforehand. Yeah, no, Farm Sim's a very, very chill, relaxing game. Right, we're going to take over. We had a worker driving this down here, but we're going to take the wheel and steer. Or bonus points, anyone who can give me the song that lyric is from. Take the wheel and steer. If an Indian says the carrier is hot, you nicely turn them down. You don't need to go into the full details. I was only winding up, mate. What is the name of the map? This one is called Aussie No Man's. It's a mod map by Aussie Modding Co-op. Farmer Sim. He knows. Bonus points for you, sir. Your dream is to become a farmer, but you're too scared to drive a tractor. Don't know why. Honestly, mate, they just about drive themselves nowadays. You get into the old sort of tractors I grew up driving. They could scare you, but modern ones. Pretty hard for anything to go wrong. More likely that you're going to do something silly, which you could do in any vehicle, than the tractor having an issue. Find a local farmer, get out and do some work with them. Well, I'd be happy to show you the ropes. I mean, it's such a struggle for people to farmers to find staff, so. The 3 watches from the last stream took me over 18k. They did, James. Thank you, mate. Yes. Nice milestone to reach. Interestingly enough, I said about it earlier. I should have known the musician in the room. I'd know the answer to that one too. The data was all there. It was all there in the background. A day or two later, I went back and had a look, and it was showing the correct number of views. I think we peaked at about 45 or something that night, which made more sense. That's what I was expecting based on the comments and everything. Pay for 1 million, do your gaming room. SJ Sewer. What map is this? This is Aussie No Man's. Is a 16x or 8 km square map by Aussie Modding Co-op. There should be a link to find it in the description. Can you get Kenworth truck mods on PC? You certainly can, Jason. That one's not going to sell. I think have I got any of them installed on here? There we go, look at that. So we've got the W990, we've got a K100, K100 flatbed and the K100 semi. There's a K200, there's a few others. This, I think. Logo on the side. This one's by Northwest Mods and Edits. You find it on there. They've got a niche.io page now you can find it on. Yeah, that one was by... But yeah, there's quite a few. Quite a few floating around. Got to know where to look for them. Nedad, I sometimes do multiplayer streams, or I often do multiplayer streams on the weekend. So you find the Discord server via !Discord. You can head on over there and join one of the multiplayer servers, play on that, and I'll be on there on Sunday my time. Mod is awesome, use it a lot. Awesome. Fingers crossed that the update for it's going to finally get released in the not too distant future. It's in console testing at the moment, so I hope it's going to make it through. How much money do you have in the game? I've got 21,000 in the game. You guys can't see that, of course. We're at 21,000 at the moment, so we started off with, and on top of that, we are, what, 18 million in debt or something? $2 million in debt. Again, you can't see that either. Ooh, crashed into a tree. Don't forget about your truck drive mainframe. True. Can you get... what's the best mod page to go to? The best page is still Mod Hub, because they've all been tested by giants and you know they're going to work. And then you kind of, you know, it's buyer beware kind of deal. I'll always try and find the modder's original page, so King Mods is pretty good at linking to those if you're looking for things, so you go and have a look at King Mods if you want some Kenworths. I don't know if they've got any in there. Trying to think where else. But yeah, otherwise it's just a case of basically exploring the internet. If you find one on some of the dodgy sites, I'm not going to name any of them, but any of the sites that sort of don't seem, or that you have to click through and it gives you about 5 different links to click on to try and download a mod. See if you can find the modder's name and then search, like you could do K100 and search by the modder's name. I think is it? Can't remember who made those. Did drive into the trees, Blake. Yep, that's what happens when you're not paying attention, trying to look at the wrong screen. Rosie the farm cat has come to say hello. Hello, Rosie. Right, last load. Right, what crop are we going to put in here? That's the next question. That is the next question. Don't use your phone while driving. We've got oats already. These are the oats. We've got sorghum over in the other field next to us. Maybe some canola. That's a pretty Australian crop, isn't it? You reckon some canola might be the best option? I haven't used any of your mods yet. It's because you don't play the game, Yos. Do you? The only time you plays with Farmer Cop on his server. JFL modding for the K100. Thank you. I think you are Bang on, Aussie Dan. I'm trying to put those down there, they'll fall off the other side. New cat's on the new game. Farm cat. I mean, everyone was really excited about the dog and being able to put it on your truck and that, and I've never instigated anything like that. They even teased the dog in the vehicle in one of the DLCs, didn't they? I was like, oh, you're going to be able to take the dog in the truck. Nope. Cannot. Sure you'll reach 30k fast with those mods and graphics. Thanks, mate. Oh. Thing I don't need to get a full load on because this one's getting decidedly hairy more and more I go. Trying to do things too fast. Patience is a virtue as a farmer. Each of your single player folders just contains scripts. Have I seen your chat? I'm going to retire from your work soon after 7 years of being at the main freight this year. Are you really? 17 years. Nice. So you're going to retire from work altogether? Or are you just going to retire from being a truck driver? Take up something else. Enjoy your night. I'll tune in tomorrow if you've got a stream going. Thanks, mate. Won't be a stream tomorrow. I normally stream this time on a Wednesday and then again on a Sunday morning. In between, I am normally just recording some videos, putting videos together, things like that. But yeah, make sure if you've subscribed, make sure you hit the bell, get the notifications so you'll know exactly when I do stream next. Right, that's loaded. Anyhow, thanks for tuning in, LJ. Been a pleasure having you here, mate. Keep the mice down, that's true. Right. Typical trailer 1% in-game footage. I know, right? Oops. Aussie No Man's Land. Aussie No Man's. Aussie No Man. No Man's. Aussie No Man's. This is the map name. You're keeping your KW 200. Nice. Right. Let's get those strapped down. Can't find the map I'm playing on, so you'll have to. It's on Facebook, I think. Aussie Modding Co-op had it on Facebook. There's a link in the description to find it. Can I tell you what's the best tractor in my opinion? Very subjective, depends what you want the tractor for, but my favourite tractor from a look and styling and everything like that is the John Deere 8RX. So, where is it? This one here. This is my favourite tractor. I think it just looks really, really cool. And can do a whole lot of things. Got the tracks. Still got a decent amount of horsepower. Go for the biggest one, 450 horsepower, so it's still a pretty big, powerful tractor. I just like that. No reason. But if you want one that's the most versatile tractor, I reckon the Fendt 1000. A lot of people will say this. It's a huge. So you go to 1050, you got 500 horsepower. It's not too far off some of the bigger tractors, but it's not a pivot tractor, not an articulated tractor, so you don't have all those issues you get with an articulated one. Cheap some water while we're here. Right, just give them some. They're full of water. Well, they're full. Trip Stroud, can I please have a shout out? Hello, Trip Stroud. Laurel, you know the best tractor's a case. You retired from truck driving 25 years ago. Might have to go back to it at this rate. No luck so far, Bo. That's no good. I'm sure something will come up, mate. Right, go fill these up. Go grapple with getting these filled up and see if we can find some canola. Put on them. Okay. In and out because my stuff sucks. Out of the trigger, back into the trigger, because again, I'll not go far enough out of the trigger. Okay, let's try this. Go do the seed first, and then we'll go back and do the fertilizers. So that one I want to change canola as well. Yep. Next one, and the seed. In and out. Fill that up. Canola. That's all canola. Now, that. This one. Oops, too far. Right, there we go. We're full now. Someone asked me the other day if you could run these 3 seeders on courseplay or not. I don't actually know. Didn't know the answer to that question. How long have I been playing Farm Sim for? How many years? So 2020 shared. January 2020 was when 2019 was free on farming on PlayStation. So that was the first one I bought. Right, I remember how I do this way. Disconnect that one. Around and disconnect the next one next to it, and then we'll back up and pick them both up. So yeah, we've been playing basically since then. Yeah. That one. Tool. That one. On the wrong one. Through them. Stop cycling past it. There we go. Out. That one out. You reckon? Let's have a look. I'm intrigued. Intrigued if we can get this to work on courseplay. Look. Ooh. Course working with 5.3, so it hasn't picked it up, so it needs to be 9. Make it 10.5 just to make sure that there's some overlap. Multiple tools 1, and we'll go around the headlands twice. Start working the headlands. No, we'll go around 3. Might not do 3. Field center up and down road. And you'll skip a road and make it easier to turn. And island detection. We want island on circle. See what happens. Got some options, just not rushing into it. Fair enough. No, that's good, mate. At least you've got some options. Good to hear. Can't stand mini tractors. Should stop the buses. Wait, the Facebook is in description on my profile. It's in the video description. That's kind of worked. I'm not against that. Little bit's a bit funky, but we won't worry about that. Stop it before it gets to that point. Alright, let's go from first waypoint, see what happens. Intrigued to see how this figures us out. You had your stroke. Well, that's times. It feels like a long time ago, Cher. I'm sure it does for you too. Aussie No Man's is the actual name of the map. Aussie No Man. So go to Aussie Modding Co-op on Facebook. If you're on the Discord server, probably the easiest way is to try and share it to you on there. But alright. Width's not correct. Let's stop that. They must be wider than they... Oh, they are. What's the width on these planters? Interesting that it's going to work though. Cedar. Is there. 5.2, so I only did I only multiplied it once, didn't I? How many to do it 3 times? What problem? Do it from here. So I should have gone to I know my working width set at 10.5. You need to be if it's 5.2, you need to be 15. Doing 15.9. I go 15. Let's see what happens here. This is only going to do 2 headlands now, I imagine. Yep. No, it still kept 3. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's give that a shot. See how this goes. I'm intrigued. Working. Not going to be very smart on the corners. It's going to get gaps, but I get gaps even when I'm doing it too. Here we go. Someone was asking. Proof's in the pudding. Can do it. Just got to manually adjust the width. Train going to do a dance in the background. Here we go. I don't know why it does that. Does it on this map, and it does it on Tahitian County for me as well. I don't understand it. People like you and Farm Simmers help with your recovery. You are more than welcome. I've had some cool stories over the time about people who've just, had been through injury or illness or just whatever, and they've found comfort and enjoyment in the channel, and that makes it all worthwhile. I'm pretty sure they are fully extended, are they not, Mark? Sure they are. And prove me wrong, but let's have a look. That wasn't quite right. That one is. Just this one wasn't quite out. Near enough. Still though, I'm pretty impressed it works. You're getting mushy now. Ah, stop it. Ah, that's the one you noticed. That's probably why it ran over the, as it was going around the corner, it didn't quite do the edge. Only get funky if it tries to reverse. Yeah. I'll probably come and tidy up these corners, but it's not quite going to work very well on those either. Well, interesting. It's actually really interesting looking at the data on the shorts. On the vertical, the streams have gone up and down. 3,500 views, which is pretty cool. Nice to have all these new viewers and opening myself up to a new audience. Very cool. 44 likes on the main stream as well, people. So if you haven't dropped a like already, make sure you do. Get us over that 50 would be pretty cool. Always a milestone. Always something I like seeing tick over. You feel warm inside knowing it's got to that point. What am I drinking? This is a Abelor. It's a single malt whiskey. from Scotland. 12-year-old casked in sherry casks. Very mellow, very easy to drink whiskey. Very enjoyable. Big fan of single malt whiskies. We always have a whiskey on a Wednesday. It's Whiskey Wednesdays. My live streams. It's good fun. What else is there? So let's just have a quick look. Oh, price. What's happened with our? We need to sell our oats. Peaked 1300 and 1265. If we look here, no, I can't see it in time saving stock check because it's not part of the it's not in a silo, it's in trailers. But 1286 is our peak, so might just about need to go and sell. Oh, agricultural fee is our best price. No, we definitely need to go and sell it. Right. We're going to finish up one headland pass on this, and then we're going to stop. I'm not going to worry about finishing seeding this. This can be next week's job. We'll come in and finish doing this, and then we'll probably be actually in harvesting the sorghum, I think. But let's go get these oats sold. See what money we can get off at least one load of those. I definitely won't spill it here. I'm not driving. I'm hands-free, completely hands-free. Hands-free. So, no risk of spilling it. So, there's a Kiwi comedian from back in the 80s, Billy T. James. He did a skit about not drinking and drinking and drive. He used to say you might spill some, but he also said, don't drink drive, it's a washing powder. So, I don't know if it's a laundry powder anywhere else in the world, but we had a laundry powder called Drive here. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink drive, it's a laundry powder. Bit of a laugh with that. Yeah, so we'll get around the headland. It's opened up. Only reason I'm saying is I don't want to carry on because we've got that one tree over there, which might cause a problem. So let's jump into. Ah, no, that's right. We can finish this off manually next week. I just wanted to test whether course blade work. We've done that. Quick question. What's a good cultivator that's mountable to the tractor? Mountable to the front, the back is a really good one, which is a mod. You want something that can plow on that, which is really fast, is this one here, the Lizard 6MT 9MT, which is by Black Sheep Modding. This was a staple of mine back in FS19. I haven't used it much in 22, but this one you can mount on the front or the back. Got a 3-point hitch. It's 9 meters. It goes really fast, 17 kilometers per hour. It's a pretty impressive plow. Otherwise, cultivators all just depends on what horsepower tractor you've got. I quite like these 3 and 5 section disc cultivators. They're on the mod hub as well. But yeah, just depends how big your tractor is. Those need 400 horsepower and 550 horsepower, so you need a bit of grunt to be able to pull those. Right, let's just stop that there. That turned off. I'm not going to lie, you're the first YouTuber I'm watching for more than 30 minutes. Nice. Oh, pleased I could keep your attention, Bacon. Right, actually, the truck's down here, isn't it? About that. Can't reach the end point because the starter cultivator is mounted on the back. Right, gotcha, yeah. So everything, when you're looking at things, the main thing is to look at is go to your shop. You can't see, it's annoying, but if you go to your tractors in here, you can see this tractor is a 228 horsepower tractor. Then when I go and look at cultivators, for example, I need to find one. It's 140 horsepower, 160, 225. I could pull that, but then you're starting to get over 300 horsepower for this one. You won't pull it. So it's a case of just trying to figure out what you can do. I also find a disc harrow will do the same as a cultivator, but you can find the width, so 180 horsepower. Both 180 horsepower, but you're a metre wider on this one than that one. So yeah, just have a look at those. Used it on the front with the smoke. I saw your photo of that from the Oaks. It's very clever little setup. Right, let's quickly get these unloaded so I think you can then go and grab that trailer. Go and get some grain sold. To take wifey inside, she's man flu. Not much, James. Did you keep her outside when she's well? That's a very good question you've posed there, Bo. On the flat, yeah, that's a good point too. Finish farmer. All those horsepower requirements are on the flat, so if you're on a steep slope, you've got a steep map, bear in mind your tractor will probably require more horsepower to be able to pull something up a hill. What's a shallow cultivator? Well, the game doesn't differentiate between shallow and deep. Just the difference is really what sort of preparation they do for the ground, whether it's a seed bed or cultivated, ploughed. There's not a huge difference. At the end of the day, you can actually technically plant straight into a ploughed texture, so ploughed field. Whereas normally you'd probably cultivate that, you wouldn't plant straight into a ploughed field. Not for lack out trying. Two-bed seed. That would actually be a cool. That would be a cool way to do it, wouldn't it? Actually, if you plant into ploughed, you don't get as high a yield. That'd actually be I don't know why I've never thought about that, finished farmer. That'd be a really good incentive to have a seed bed prep, wouldn't it? You get a 5% yield bonus or 10% yield bonus for actually prepping the correct seed bed. Had never considered that. You think you got the map? Good. Aussie No Man's on King Mods. Yeah, it might be on King. I can't remember where he hosted it. It quite possibly is on King Mods. In fact, I'm 100% sure you might be right that it's on King Mods. So you probably have got exactly the right one. Some life hack. She's free range until she gets sick, Bo. She was standing on the corner, but no one would pick her up. When you ploughed crop to crop, you're ploughing with... Yeah, I suppose the soil structure is a lot different, isn't it? I'm thinking more of our... because most of the time, on our farm at least, when we're ploughing a grass field plant into, and that's certainly not a very pleasant experience to drive over after it's ploughed, unless you're going in the direction of the plough. Definitely not a seed bed either. Yeah. Good point, good point. Actually, surprised I didn't really click, but the internet's held up really well tonight. No dropped frames or anything through OBS. It's good. Vomit across the train tracks at 100 kilometers an hour. Why not? Better watch what you say. She might wake up. Media-fired download thing. Yep, that rings a bell. That rings a bell. Get the flags on the way in. The Argsy gaming flag and the New Zealand flag. Got our sheep there. I need to fix that fence so we can get the wool spawn correctly. Right. What do we need now? Drop this trailer off. Gosh, I'm going over time, but I want to get these oats. I want to get a load of oats sold. I think... Ah, this was going to be our next problem, wasn't it? I wasn't... 37, we're not going to fit all of that load in there, but need to figure out if we can actually get this auger field bin to work. I don't think the auger, we might actually have to bring the other auger wagon out. Yeah, too much mucking around. Could... what's the command for this? Lift auger. Let's see if that's going to work. I know I shouldn't do it. It's not meant to be done like this, but it's going to work, so we're doing it. Yeah. A little bit of a cheat. I wonder, and I'm going to try now. That would have worked. It's clipping through though, so we'll leave it lifted up just so. Kinda looks correct. Back to horse and cart. Wonder if the fence is the problem with the sheep. Shouldn't be, you never know. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so, Grizz, because they walk through the fences. Oxen plough, yeah, I'd love it if they had that in the game. Need to put in a ramp and hards. Now I've got the other auger wagon I could use to overload into. There's actually, like, because this only has a 30,000 litre capacity, there's not actually that much incentive to use the field bin to me. If you've got an auger wagon and a truck. It was nice to try it out, see how it goes. Right. We get this sold. So I can go to bed. What a nice looking truck. It's a beautiful looking truck. It's a beautiful interior. This is the BC Bueller Mac. Great job on it. Looks so nice inside. Government subsidy mod gives money per hour and the signs are free. It's a very handy mod if you're needing to get some free money. Alright, which pastures are you using for the sheep? So this is the expandable pastures mod. Came out a wee while ago. And technically they're all meant to be in this pasture here on the right. And then I'm meant to be able to build more pastures and move them, but for whatever reason, when I first load the game up, they're where they're meant to be, and then as time progresses they all end up in the same spot. I can't for the life of me. I don't understand enough of it to know why. Cows on the oaks before bed, they're running low. Thank you, Mark. I actually, Mark, need to get hold of one of your cattle trailer. At some stage if possible, if you're not using it and you could potentially drop it into the yard, that'd be fantastic. My camera keeps moving because I use the NVIDIA broadcast for it. It kind of tries to recenter, and then it recenters me out of the middle, out of the center. Frustrating. Right, what do we reckon we're going to get for this? 60,000 litres. I think we're getting about 7 cents a litre, 700 bucks per 1,000 litres. So that's 60 times 7. 6 sevens is 42. 42. We can get 42,000 out of this. Sheesh. Impressive. So in the weekends there is a high chance of me streaming multiplayer. Yep. Most weekends. So on a Sunday morning New Zealand time, which tends to be, depending what part of the world you're in, it's Saturday night for Europe and the UK, and Saturday afternoon, lunchtime-ish for most people in the Americas. And if you're Australian, it's actually an unfortunately early start, so can't do anything there. Right, what do you reckon? 42 grand? Oh, plus we'll get our precision farming bonus too. $39,500 plus 3,600 is 43,000, including precision farming. So it wasn't far wrong with the 42. Take it. I will take it. So we started off at about 10, so we made 55 grand off that field tonight. It's good. Ooh, train. Can we catch it? Can we catch the train at the rail crossing? Let's see. Nilius, what is my favourite sport? I'm a rugby fan from way back. Played for 13 years, so enjoy my rugby. Enjoy the rivalry between the Springboks and New Zealand. But most of the sport I've been watching now is football, because both my boys play football. I coach football Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then games on Saturday, so kind of my life. I enjoy watching lots of different sport. Watched a bit of the NBA the last few weeks, the playoffs. Enjoy watching golf, cricket. Hopefully be able to play your Polish, but like I still don't know the times. So it'll be Saturday night your time. I think you're 14 in, no, you're 10 hours behind us. We're not going to be able to play chicken with the train because it's beaten us. No idea what it's doing. Also, you'll find that the crossing is around the wrong way for Australia. Area arms are on the wrong side. Is it only sheep or all of the animals that have expandable pastures? It's only the sheep that... I've only got sheep, I haven't tried it with the others, but expandable pastures are available for most of the animals, I think. We've only got sheep on our farm at the moment. Look at fusions, yo. Oh, what's up? Right, well there we go. That is us done. What do we got left in here? 7,500 litres. I might actually... No, we should sell it, but I'm not going to do it tonight. Yeah, that's us done. We've made a huge amount of money, which is awesome. What have we made? Tell us in here. 20 grand from selling those bales and 40 grand. So we're at 60 grand so far. You can see all my setup costs from back in the day. But yeah, we're on the way back up. We do have our loan, which we've paid off. Not much of, so we need to make sure we stay focused on that. And yeah, got this field. There it is. Harvested the first part of that, and we're going back around it. And we're going to have this field here. Sorghum. Here. So it loads, it takes a wee while. But yeah, we've got sorghum in that field. We have that to harvest soon. That doesn't obviously produce any straw, but then we've got rye. Custom crop on the map, rye in this field. We have to harvest. Then we've got our cattle in there, sheep up in there. And you can see we've kind of got a little bit of space up on the top here. base down here to expand, but I think our next expansion is going to be out this way. By that bit of land for $144,000. So, oh, you're asking about the expandable pastures. So if we have a look at animals, so we've got expandable pastures ready for cows, horses, pigs, sheep, and chickens. So it's available for all of them. And then, so basically you put down these squares. So I can show you. Go over yonder. And if I press, which button is it? I. You can see the pastures. So technically, the sheep are meant to be wandering this blue area. And I've got everything linked as it should be. So you can raise these up and down, if I remember how to do that. O and P. You can see I've got pretty much everything linked up. And it should all, because they're all linked and overlapped, I meant to stay within the blue area, but for some reason they're not. I wonder if it's, let's try this. See, now they've gone back. I wonder if it's these ones. You see they're now down there and up here, but for whatever reason, see that guy's already starting to wander. He's wandering outside where he's meant to be. So is this one, and they're already heading to the middle. Don't know what's doing it, but anyhow. It is what it is. There we go. That is us finished here on Aussie Farms for another night. Aussie Nomads for another night. Found it on Mod Hub. I reckon it's too large an area, they might freeze it. Ah, okay. Maybe that's why. Maybe I've got too much area. Feed the cows when you get on. Forgot by the time I've got. Oh, good mate. Thank you. Thank you. Mod is only intended for small stables, pastures. If a pasture becomes too large, the animals may freeze. This is an unfortunate limitation of the engine to ensure better performance. Maybe that's my problem. Although I'm only using a couple of the bigger pastures, so anyhow. Cheers, Farmer Sim. Pleasure having you here, mate. Grass is green on that side of the fence. Must be. Sheep, mate. Sheep. Once one of them goes over there, they're like, yes, we can all go. Cheers, Aussie Den. Bryson, this is Aussie Nomads. It is available on King Mods. What I found. Where are we at? We're at 48 likes. If you're on the mainstream and haven't dropped the thumbs up, please make sure you do. Let us get us over 50. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been cool. It's been an experience doing the vertical stream. Pleasure having those of you who've watched from phones or whatever on your vertical. Pleasure having you here. It's certainly something I'm going to experiment with and try a little bit more across the next wee while. So yeah, take care. You guys all have a safe rest of your Wednesday, whatever it is you're doing. And like I said, I'll be live on the weekend with a multiplayer stream, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, if you can tune in, if you can jump on Discord and join. Otherwise, if not, we'll just catch you when we catch you. So take care. Again, very, very soon. Bye.